I'm gonna get right to it. The Snyder Cut doesn't exist. I'm sure there was at one point a work in progress Snyder Cut of Justice League, but it isn't a completed movie and it never truly will be. The sooner you accept that, the sooner we can all move on. I get it, y'all really love Zack Snyder's vision for some reason, and you feel like you're missing his magnum opus or something. But the fact is that Zack Snyder stepped down after a personal tragedy, and it was at an incomplete point of production. Joss Whedon came in, he reshot the movie. Any unfinished work will remain unfinished. Even if this movie was a massive success, which it wasn't, Warner Bros. Is likely not going to pour more money into what is officially a failure. I really don't want to sound rude. As much as I dislike Zack's films, as much as I dislike the fandom, I just still think you shouldn't keep your hopes up for something that will not be like anything you want. Even if released, it won't be finished. Stop! Don't you dare finish that comment. No, it's not going to be finished. It just can't. This is an effects-heavy movie, so corners will be cut to avoid spending much money. Then there's the matter of planned reshoots that never happen. Do you think they'll be able to get everyone so easily? What about the story threads to tease the originally planned sequel? Will those be kept even if that's no longer in the cards? Will it even be good? Honestly, that last one is what really has my mind curious. What happens if the Snyder Cut is released and it's a mess? Do the fans who want it just lie to themselves? Do they get disappointed once the reaction is the same? Much as the Snyder Cut fans tend to annoy me, I just don't want to see the meltdown they'll have once they realize that even the Snyder Cut is a bad movie. I mean, it's not gonna change the view of Justice League, nor is it gonna change the view on Zack Snyder's films, so why are you demanding it so much if no one's gonna change their minds about what they liked about it? I mean, sure, maybe it gets a little bit better on a reaction, but even then, no one's gonna suddenly like Batman v Superman just because they like Justice League. Somewhere out there, I just know someone's gonna ask about the Richard Donner cut of Superman 2. In fact, it'll be used as proof that this will happen.
You people asked for and waited to see my version of Superman 2, but if you hadn't asked and if you hadn't requested it, I don't think it would have ever seen the light of day. I thought it would lay in the vaults of Europe and never surface again, but because of all your requests and all your asking, it came to be.
Which is fair. Problem. Have you seen that cut? Personally, I think it works better than the original cut, sure, but only because I understand why various moments are off, unfinished, and kind of messy within the film. Do you honestly think most people will get that? No, and it will turn off viewers, at least those willing to give Justice League another go anyway. And again, that circles back down to, does Warner Bros. Even want to waste money for that? The Donner cut took over 20 years to see the light of day, and it was produced with largely already shot footage, so it's not like it was a big budget thing by that point. Then there's the fact that Superman 2 is still well liked. With Richard Donner's work considered the best for Superman, it's not too surprising that Warner Bros. Decided to allow it, especially considering Donner's removal is seen as more unfair compared to Snyder's tragic leave. Okay, let's not beat around the bush. The biggest proof of the existence that you have with the Snyder Cut is this.
I mean, all I'll tell you is that, you know, it's really it's done. Yeah, I would like to it's not like just like that.
A clip wherein Zack Snyder is talking to a fan at a convention. While many others are waiting for a signing, he looks unprepared for the question, and really his answer specifically, there's many of them, suggests what I expect. Yes, there is a Snyder Cut, but it's the work in progress that was left behind. Again, an unfinished thing that fans claim they want, but will likely be disappointed with once they witness it. This is not definitive proof, this is just a simple answer to a fan at a convention. Warner Brothers isn't holding a gun to his head. They're not holding back any secrets, especially considering we're not even going to see what was originally planned in their slate. Can we all just let these people move on? I know Zack has yet to publicly say anything to confirm or deny this officially, but one has to wonder if even he gives a shit about what a bunch of online dorks are harassing others over. Now, before all you supporters complain to me, I get it. It sucks not to get the product you desire. I've seen it happen to me, but consider that it's okay to move on. It's okay to just let people live and do the next thing. Constant do-overs aren't great. It's fine to acknowledge a bad thing was made while hoping the next work improves, but if all you're doing is erasing the things you didn't like, eventually you won't even have time for the next great thing. Doing the right thing like donating to a good cause isn't going to cover up the issues with staying with this one movie. It's okay to move on, and if the Snyder Cut exists, it won't be forced out just because you scream.